You want me to work in fashion.
Okay, I told you that Jax was back in Kate Howard's new magazine.
Yeah, what does that have to do with me? Or do I not want to know?
I will convince Jax to make Kate hire you as her new assistant. There has to be a ton of work involved in launching a new magazine. It'll keep your mind off Johnny.
Stop.
It's a great idea.
There is no way that I am working for some useless shell of fashion magazine.
To be fair, if it weren't for Sonny, I'd be working 80-hour weeks at Couture.
You'd be working 80-hour weeks on this project.
85. But it's my own magazine. Thank you for investing in my dream.
You know, it's not too late to set up in Manhattan. And I think it would be a much more stylish address, Soho, you know.
Right,
magazine.
But my core demographic are 20-somethings, and they care about hair and accessories and shoes, not the address where the magazine is published.
But don't you have most of your contacts in Manhattan?
Yeah, but they're a plane right away. I do most of my work from phone or email.
New York is the center of everything, Kate.
Jax, you operate from Port Charles. Why shouldn't I? Huh? Look, I hired an assistant. I'm bringing in 2 editors from the city. I think that Crimson is in great shape.
What happened to Scarlet? I thought you were going to call it Scarlet.
No. I keep having visions of vicious Puritans or some poor woman standing with a turnip in her hand screaming, "I shall not go hungry again."
Good point.
No, Crimson is nice. It's a little provocative, sounds vaguely collegiate, looks so pretty on a page.
Yeah, I'm sure Crimson will be a success. In fact, I want to make sure of it. I want to help you run the magazine.
I'm curious. What's going on?
Well, I knew you'd show up sooner or later, so that's why my people let you in. So I'm going to tell you what I told your son. It was a mistake to sell you the property.
So you are unhappy with me for the moment?
Well, you could say that.
You wouldn't be trying to team up against me with your brother, would you?
It's impossible to trace. And I just told you when and where Trevor will be most vulnerable. I mean, it's a clean job with no repercussions from the Zakar family. Like I said, I would consider it a personal favor.
Well, if you want Trevor Lansing dead, kill him yourself.
Jax, you have my undying and long-standing respect as a corporate raider. But you know nothing about running a fashion
A
magazine.
business is a business.
And that proves my point.
I own all kinds of companies, Kate.
And you don't micromanage every single one of them. Fashion is its own universe. It has rules that are strict and unforgiving.
I'm not interested in the day-to-day.
No, you want veto power because you've invested so much money.
I just want to make sure that this works out for both of us.
Oh, it will. Crimson is my project, my magazine, my vision. I will not compromise my vision for anyone behind the scenes, especially one of the money men.
Are you sure you don't want just, another point of view?
Don't, Jax.
Come on.
Do not try to charm me into this, all right? It's a waste of both of our time. Speaking of which, I have to get back for a conference call that will secure an exclusive deal with Neil Laurenti's new line. So, make up your mind. Are we on or are we off?
You would be Kate Howard's new assistant. Think of the contacts you will make. This will affect the rest of your life, and it will get your mind off Johnny. I'll think of something else.
Like what? Waitressing at Kelly's? Come on.
It may not be the perfect job, all right? But maybe you'll figure out what you really want to do. And you can keep an eye on Kate and tell me when she starts sitting on Jax. Oh. Okay, so you're trying to convince me to take a job that I haven't even been offered yet so that I can spy on Jax? That's ridiculous. Jax is in love with you.
I know. It doesn't hurt to take precautions. It's not as if I'm going to be interrupting any of your life plans, okay? You go to college about 2 times a quarter, and you were the second worst waitress that Kelly's ever had.
Oh, gee, thank you. All I'm saying is you never know. You may want to try it out.
I would rather dig ditches every single day the rest of my life than be a stupid fashion girl.
Come in.
Hi. Jax forgot his gloves, and as Kate Howard's new assistant, I felt it was my duty to bring them back.
Look, I understand your concerns, and I don't blame you for being cautious. I would love to kill Trevor myself, but if it got out, I mean, it looks bad to kill your own
Why,
attorney.
you don't have anyone else you can trust with this job? You gotta recruit me, your competition?
I just need it done right. I can't afford mistakes, and I hear you almost never make them. Besides, I'm inclined to trust you. You know why?
Why?
Because you're the reason that my brother's alive.
Johnny's not a threat. I think you might be.
All right, so tell me again, in English.
We've diagnosed a dopamine imbalance psychosis, which started about 20 years ago.
So you're telling me my father's insanity can be treated?
He's responding well to medication, gradually becoming lucid for longer periods of time. There's a good chance your father will regain permanent functional reasoning.
You hear that, Johnny? I'm not responsible for the horrible things they said I did. I'm getting better all the time.
Are you?
Soon, I'm gonna be well enough to be a real father to you.
I just came to apologize to my brother for all the terrible things that I did to him and his family, for all the hell that I put him through.
Rick says you forced him to sign over the Alcazar property.
No, Richard always needs to blame somebody. You, above everyone, should know that. He just can't take responsibility for his own decisions.
How can a father undercut his own son? I mean, you took what belonged to him. You know what it meant to him, what it meant to all of us. That property was the glue that was gonna hold everything together. You just took it away, Trevor.
Oh, Bull. If you could have snaked it, you would have. Are you kidding me?
Don't you realize what you've done? You bought the property that the Sakars agreed not to touch, which means you broke the truce. If I were you, I'm just saying, I'd sleep with one eye open.
Congratulations on your new job. Lulu and I were wondering when Kate might be staffing up.
Thank you. Well, I have a lot of experience in the fashion industry.
You were a clerk at the Metro Corp.
And it was great training. Now Kate needs help with the creative aspect of the job, and as her assistant, I'll be working with executives, buyers, money people. It takes a special kind of person.
Well, I can see why Kate hired you.
Thank you. I think she needs someone who's independent, loyal, can think on their feet.
You can think?
Kate needs someone who knows what to say and exactly how to say it. We're just getting started, but I feel like she'll take me to the Paris shows once I prove myself.
Wouldn't Kate need someone who can speak French for the phone calls in Paris?
I wouldn't expect you to understand. The fashion world's about communication, style, never going out in public in what you're wearing right now. I have to go.
Wow, talk about someone who needs to get a life.
Well, she is, whether we like it or not.
Oh, please, she's clueless and self-centered. She's probably the worst sales clerk at Metro Court.
Actually, she was great. The customers loved her, and the manager raved about her. Maxie's right. Maybe she's found her place in the world. No. It's not right for you. It's not right for
Oh,
you.
excuse me. Whatever Maxie can do, I could do in my sleep.
Oh, probably. But you know what? If you don't want to work for Kate Howard, by all means don't.
Alexis, oh, I'm so glad that you've gathered up the courage to join me for drinks.
I'm not joining you for a drink. You're forcing me to represent you. You called for a meeting. I'm here. What do you need?
Now that's a question. Oh, thanks.
Stay away.
Oh my God. All right, I'll be honest with you. This was all just a ruse, actually.
What do you mean?
I just wanted to see you.
There is no meeting?
I'm afraid not.
You didn't do something shady that Jax needs to know?
No, sorry to disappoint.
You haven't done anything dreadful?
Not today, no.
You just wanted to meet me for a drink?
Yes, I'll just have another martini, please. And the lady will have...
Nothing for me, thanks. Listen, you. I have told you repeatedly that I don't want any involvement with you, yet you don't listen. You won't leave me alone. You seem to take great joy in manipulating my attraction for you.
Yes, go on. This is highly enjoyable. Please.
Okay, fine. I'm attracted to you. You happy?
Why is everyone always so threatened by me? I mean, I'm just trying to protect my brother's interests.
Yeah, by killing somebody.
Johnny will be better off. And like I said, I'll make it worth your while.
Hey, I just received your post-op report. Come by the hospital when you can.
No. She's leaving.
Listen, if you need any additional surgeries, I could make a call for you. Someone at one of the New York hospitals could take care of that. I wouldn't let some of the doctors at General touch me.
Hey, you have to find somebody else. I'm not taking this job.
Oh, it's no problem. Really, it's fine. I feel terrible. You should have told me you couldn't work anymore because you were crippled.
Did you hear that, Richard? Your brother is threatening to kill me.
Well, he makes his own decisions. I'm not in charge of him.
Don't be silly, Rich. I'm really the only family you've got.
Oh, now we're family.
You broke the truce, Trevor. What choice are you giving me here?
You're only looking for an excuse to shoot me.
Who said anything about shooting? Maybe you're just gonna vanish. No one's gonna go looking for you because nobody cares. I'll make a deal with the Sakaras about the piers. Everybody's gonna be happier.
You don't think all hell is gonna break loose? Johnny Z is not too happy with you at the moment.
Well, that's not your concern.
And go ahead. Blow my brains out. Better yet, get you guys in here and let them beat me to death and then shove my body in the trunk of a car.
Oh, I could do that. But you know what? I think it's better that I just stay out of the way, let the Sakaras clean up the mess, because they want you dead more than I do. So if they take you out, that means there wouldn't be a war. Problem solved.
No. You see, I purchased and recorded those deeds in my name, not the Sakaras. I have no plans for the piers at this moment, so the truth should hold. Why do you care whose name is on the deed anyway?
Why did you force Rick to sell to you?
He wants to be the spoiler, the power broker.
Let's just say it was a smart investment. And I accomplished all that without any violence. It's not really your style, is it, Sonny? So go ahead. Kill me if you want to. At least I won't have to explain anything to my son. But what are you going to say to yours? Hmm? And how are you going to explain me to Kate? Kate doesn't belong in your world. She never did, never will. And you're just about to prove it.
If I scared you enough to mention Kate, then I did my job. So, you know what? I'm busy. You need to go. And, Trevor, just remember, one eye open.
So what now?
Even if I were to work for Kate Howard, which I'm not going to, how hard would it be to show up Maxie Jones? She's an idiot, and Kate needs someone who is smart. Maxie's never been anywhere. I have traveled quite a bit. I mean, where does she get off making it like it's some big deal? She probably just answers phones and serves coffee.
You're probably right.
I wonder how much she makes.
More than your tips at Kelly's. Especially if Jax is a primary investor. Good benefits. He takes care of his employees.
Well, I have zero interest in fashion, and I don't plan to stop eating anytime soon. It's a complete waste of time, and I don't want anything to do with it.
Come in.
Wow. This is a surprise. Lulu and I were just discussing if she should take this new job. What do you think?
There you go, darling. Don't you feel liberated?
This sort of alleged attraction is a simple biological fact.
Yes, and a lovely one at
It has
that.
nothing to do with you as a person. Personally, I can't stand you. It's purely physical.
Oh, that's good. That's precisely what I have in mind.
Could I have that martini now, please?
Oh, I make you nervous.
You make everyone nervous. You're a homicidal maniac.
Oh, does that rule out dinner?
No. Yes. Tonight?
Yes. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Yes?
Listen up, Mr. Moreau. I have someone you need to meet.
Unfortunately, the original prognosis was too optimistic. You've had a setback.
What are my options?
You need follow-up surgery as soon as possible.
No, this is a bad time.
Stone Cold, I wish you would reconsider the yogic experience. Oh. Hello. I'll come back later.
No, it's okay. Just stay. I can't leave town right now. There's no way.
Well, then you better prepare yourself for permanent and degenerative nerve damage in both hands.
Master needs another surgery?
Yeah, it's not happening right now. It's a bad time. I can't go.
But it would be grievous to stay. How can you fight the minions of darkness without the use of your primary digits?
How did Trevor get the property away from you in the first place? What does he have on you, Rick?
There was a woman who...
Oh, no, I don't want to hear it.
Look, I'm willing to help you any way you want, Sonny, as long as my father loses everything.
But I'd have to trust you. And I don't work with people I don't trust.
Can I ask you something? Did you mean what you said before when you defended me to Trevor?
You know what, Rick? I'll never forgive you for what you did to my family, especially to Carly. But no father should treat his son the way Trevor treats you.
Good. Then you'll understand why. With or without your help, I will do whatever it takes to bring my father down.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I got stuck in rounds. Are you ready to lock in the delivery times?
There's a hitch.
Not what I hoped to hear.
Well, we can't ship anything until Sonny Carthos is dead. And since my brother just agreed to a truce with him, killing Sonny's gonna be up to you.
You have 4 messages, 3 from Lon and 1 from York.
Tell me, Maxie, what do you think of the handbag layout?
Well, the colors were all wrong. I mean, maroon for spring and a plaid handbag, who would be caught dead? And I know orange is hot, but page after page, way too much of a good thing.
What you might be trying to say is that this bread lacks focus, originality, and a point of view, especially in the way of color.
Giselle seemed like she couldn't make up her mind whether she wanted to go with shiny nighttime bags or something you would carry to dinner or take to work.
In other words, one might wonder if Giselle's up to the task of editing couture.
Oh, she's not. The issues have been going downhill since she took over.
Get Neil Laurenti's person on and put them on speaker.
Certainly.
Thanks for letting me sit in on this.
Well, thank you for respecting my need to run the show.
For Miss Laurenti.
Maxie, sometime today, please.
Coral Barnes, Neela's marketing director, is holding on 3.
Miss Barnes, Kate Howard, I can't tell you how excited I am to launch my premiere issue with Neela's new line.
I'm afraid there's been a misunderstanding.
Well, that's unfortunate.
We're seriously considering giving the exclusive to Giselle at Couture.
I see. When did this come about? I spoke to Neela yesterday, and she was excited about me building my entire first issue around her new youth line.
Couture has a guaranteed circulation that's very attractive.
Unfortunately, if you breach your contract with Crimson, we will kill the layout at Couture, and you will have no press at all.
What Lulu does with her life is her business.
Yeah. You didn't follow her here?
No, I came to check on Michael. How's he doing?
He's better. I appreciate you asking. Thank you for pulling him out of the cannery after the explosion.
He was very worried about you.
Well, as you can see, I'm fine.
Michael made it a point to let me know how much he didn't trust me. And he was acting like his father, like he was part of the business. Tell him not to go down that road. That there are other ways to live his life.
I can assure you that Michael will have nothing to do with his father's business.
He's very lucky to have a mother like you.
Okay, he's weird. And he has it bad for you. He came here to see Michael. Who are you kidding? He came here to see you, and you know it.
Jason.
I need another surgery on my hands.
How soon?
Doctors say right away.
Well, then you're gonna have to do it.
Well, I don't know. Sonny Trevor owns the piers now. We don't even know how that's gonna affect the truce. And then I saw Claudia last night in the hospital, and she told me if I would kill Trevor, the Zakars would not retaliate.
Why didn't you tell
me? Well, I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't even sure that she wanted me to do it until she showed up at my place about an hour ago with a gun and a silencer and information where Trevor would be vulnerable.
Claudia's had a busy day. She went over to Kate's this morning, throwing it in her face again that I slept with her. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Claudia went to her Kate to get back at me for what I did to Johnny. And I think she's setting you up to go after Trevor for the same reason.
Okay. Whatever Claudia has against Trevor, this is definitely personal.
She's a liar and a user. There's no need to look any further than that. Before she left Italy, she researched me, okay? Came on to me, knowing who I was. Now, I know what you're thinking. I should have picked up on it. But I was going through everything with Kate, okay? I didn't give a damn. I thought that I lost the woman of my life. So I see this tramp at the end of the bar, so why not take advantage of the situation? I didn't know she was Johnny Zakara's sister. I didn't know she'd be following me. But what I'm trying to figure out does she have an agenda or is she crazy? I'm thinking both.
I don't know. I mean,
what do you think?
You know, this afternoon,
yeah,
she really didn't seem crazy to me. She didn't seem crazy. She didn't seem like she had. She didn't seem like she had an agenda. She wants Trevor dead. That's what she wants.
I've wanted him dead for months. You know that. Okay, if he destabilizes the Zakars, it can work to our advantage.
You think that they're going to be too busy fighting each other instead of fighting us?
Divide and conquer is an effective strategy. I mean, it almost worked against us.
Sonny's in the way. He needs to be taken care of. Now, if it's traced back to my family in any way, the whole town will explode.
Why is this my problem?
Because Sonny's in your way, too. You're not going to be able to ship anything while he's deliberately slowing everything down. There's supposed to be a truce between our families, but it's just a way for him to rally his forces.
Hello. I seem to be interrupting.
Huh? Not at all. I wanted the two of you to meet. If this deal is going to run efficiently, I want to be clear on all the parties involved.
In that case, Jerry Jacks.
Claudia Zakara. Why is he here?
Ms. Zakara clearly doesn't like surprises. Neither do I.
Jerry and I are collaborating on that shipment we discussed.
He's your partner?
Oh, you didn't tell her? That wasn't very sporting of you.
And I don't work with strangers.
Wise policy indeed.
Jerry will prove himself, don't you worry. Because if Sonny Corinthos is to die, Jerry's the perfect man to kill him.
The person you were just speaking to is Jasper Jacks, my primary investor.
The corporate raider?
Yes, that would be the one.
He has no formal input on this negotiation.
Until Crimson is up and running, I intend to use my resources to protect the magazine. I'm sure this misunderstanding is clearly a breach of contract.
There generally aren't written contracts for this sort of thing.
Well, that's what I've been trying to tell him.
Well, then I'm sure the verbal contract between Kate and Neela will hold.
I doubt that it would stand up in court.
Ms. Barnes, what I'm trying to say is that I have the time and resources to find out.
Jax, please.
Don't fight me on this, okay? Once I start legal proceedings, this spread will never see the light of day, okay? And at least until the case is over. But by then, the entire line will be out of date.
May I suggest a compromise?
Why would you want to compromise? These people have already shown bad faith. I say we move on and we launch the magazine with,
Maha Cheng.
Maha Cheng.
Jax, please. This is my magazine. Coral, as you may well know, Giselle made a mess of the spring handbag layout. I'm sure that the entire editorial staff is screaming for a do-over.
Well, Kate, that's not your problem.
Well, I've known Giselle for years, Jax, and I might consider letting her show Neela's handbags and accessories in couture, and then I could show Neela's shoes and her new spring line.
I don't know. That's never been done before.
I think it's a brilliant solution. Undeserved, brilliant. It gives your employee the media coverage they want and prevents a long and expensive lawsuit. You should be thanking Miss Howard for even considering it.
Oh, but of course, this assumes that Crimson will have a 2-week jump on couture. So, Miss Barnes, do we have a deal?
You do not have to worry about Johnny caring. The guy is obviously following you.
Why did you tell him I was looking for a job?
Because I thought you might want his opinion. You have to start focusing on something because you're going to be chasing after him in about 2 days.
I told you that I ended things with him.
Yeah, whatever. Look, I have to call Jax. Why don't I tell him to talk to Kate?
Don't.
Are you sure?
The 2-week jump is not negotiable, and I need an answer now. I've already wasted enough time on this.
Jasper Jacksline, how can I help you?
Who's this?
This is Maxie, Kate Howard's assistant.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson's in a really important meeting right now. He's gonna have to call you back.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Maxie Jones just hung up on me.
Okay, all right. It's not like Maxie didn't ask for this. Kate Howard just got herself a new and improved assistant. Me.
We've had a lot of disagreements lately. Turns out you were right about Michael disappearing, Kate getting shot. And, you know, I'm not going to forget that he beat me down. But it seems like, you know, Johnny wanted peace all along, and it was, you know, I'm the one that escalated everything, and it could have turned into an ugly war. So I should have listened to you. But then again, I can't have you second guessing me, because I can't have, you know, I'm thinking like, are my guys, are they listening to your orders or my orders? I mean, it's not that I want you to be honest with me, and I want to be able to hear what you have to say, but if I make a decision, I need to know that you're backing me, right or wrong.
I learned this business from you.
Right.
I would never undercut you to our man or anybody else. Let's just get that out of the way right now. But there are times when your personal situation affects your judgment. Now, as a friend, I got to say something, and I want you to do the same to me. You know?
You think that's what's happening now? Well, because there's nothing I want more right now than peace. I want my children to be secure. I want to be with Kate. I don't want her to be a target. That's why I initiated the truce with the Zakars. Do you think I'm walking into a trap?
I don't think the Zakars want a war any more than we do.
Well, I'm betting you're right. I'm hoping that the truce will hold. At least long enough for you to get your damn hands fixed. Anyway, listen, when you get back, I'm gonna need you to go to work.
I'll be ready.
Right.
And before I go, I'm going to make arrangements with Max, all the security arrangements that need to be taken care of.
No, I'm handling that.
After what happened with Michael, I see you pulling back on the guards right now. I see it, okay? You need guards, Sonny. You still need guards.
You take care of yourself. I'm gonna take care of that, okay? And one more thing before you... I know, I listened to what you had to say about my situation, so you gotta hear me out on this. This thing with Elizabeth and your kid has got you very distracted, and I'm just telling you, you need to figure out how to deal with it because it's not working right now. And you know, in this business, one mistake can cost you.
You understand this can't be traced back to my family in any way. It would trigger a mob war.
Yes, things do seem a little tense.
Sonny is unstable. He's unpredictable. I can't work with him. No one should have to. The guy's completely out of his mind.
Why do I think there's more to this?
Sonny kidnapped my brother. Locked him in a padded room. Beat him. Starved him for days. He's gonna pay with more than his business. He's gonna pay with his life.
I see.
And once he's out of the way, we'll make a deal with Jason Morgan that'll benefit all of us. But Sonny's gotta go as soon as possible.
I assume he has tight security.
No, he's careless. He shows up in all kinds of random places with no guards at all.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
So I'll let you know when Sonny's available and you'll take care of the rest?
Mr. Zakara.
I know you. You're Trevor's son.
Yes, I'm also the man that you stabbed last November with a sword.
I don't recall.
Insanity. It's a convenient thing, isn't it? I've used it on more than one occasion. It's a great excuse to do terrible things.
Aren't you the arrogant one? Almost as obnoxious as your father.
Yeah, speaking of dear old Dad, he's exactly the reason why I'm here to help you.
I certainly hope Neela appreciates all your hard work on this negotiation.
And I certainly hope she appreciates Kate's generosity.
Oh, and in the future, please remind Neela that I won't be dealing with any subordinates.
I understand.
Thank you.
Well done.
That was amazing. We certainly make an effective team.
Hey, I told you. Good job. It was really good.
Wow. My timing seems to be perfect.
It's customary to knock.
We
Carly.
did. So, isn't the assistant supposed to answer the door?
We're on a conference call.
That's no excuse for Maxie to slack off. Who knows what else she let slide? Fortunately for you, Lulu here is willing to be your assistant.
Okay, Carly, how is this any of your business?
Simple. My husband is paying your bills, so my cousin will be working for you as long as she wants.
How did you get in here? Maria! Bring the dogs!
You can kill the crazy routine, Mr. Zakara. You're more rational than you've been in years.
Who told you that?
I read your file.
It's a private medical document.
Yeah, it says that you were clinically insane at the time of the rampage at Windermere, so you can't be held responsible. And if your medical team agrees that you're sane now, then they can't hold you against your will.
You could get me out of here?
Maybe. For a price. I need you to take care of something for me.
Okay, well, are you still having dark visions of mob wars and other non-specific portents of doom?
Sonny is cutting back on guards. He wants to prove to Michael and Morgan and Kate that he doesn't need guards or any guns.
Well, but naturally the protectors of the night will still guard Mr. Corinthos,
Right,
sir,
but
yes?
that's not good enough while I'm gone, okay? I want you to follow him.
Me?
Yeah, you. I want you to follow. I want you to follow Sonny. I want you to call me if anything seems off. If you think you're overacting, I still want you to call me. Okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. Just to be clear, you want Jackal P.I. to follow Mr. Corinthos, or without his knowledge and in your absence?
Isn't that what I just said?
How?
You'll figure it out. Goodbye.
Let me make one thing clear. Never, ever make plans on my behalf without my prior knowledge.
My apologies for springing the whole Corinthos thing on you without any warning, but it was news to me, too.
Yes, Ms. Zakar appears to be a woman's scorn, doesn't she?
That's beside the point. Claudia needs to be liable as well. It levels the field.
Yes, assuming that you think that I'll go out and kill Sonny Corinthos, I'll do nothing of the sort.
You couldn't possibly be developing a conscience?
Well, you see, Sonny has survived many assassination attempts. And if he survived this one, I could be involved. And you see, Sonny is the father of my brother's stepchildren. Jax would never forgive me, and it could implicate him.
So you make sure Corinthos doesn't survive?
I won't take the risk. Nothing is worth losing a brother. But if you want Sonny dead, why don't you just pull the trigger yourself,
Okay, what do you want?
Better question, why did you even bother to show up?